Hey!
Yo 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 yo.
What's up, Jess?
Good morning. What's up, yo?
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
What's up, Charlotte? You got a crazy delay. You got about a 3-second delay, brother.
For real? I don't hear it on mine.
Yeah, you keep coming in tomorrow.
I don't hear it on mine. Tell the engineers coming in, do what they do.
Yeah, we'll fix you up in a second. Salute to everybody. Hope you guys had a great weekend. How was your weekend, Jess?
It was cool. I relaxed. I got a lot of work done. I didn't do shows, but I still was working. So busy. Third quarter of the year is the busiest.
Yes. Salute to everybody in Dayton, Ohio. I was in Dayton, Ohio. And you know what I realized, Jess? Watching football on Sunday is not fun anymore. Like, no. I used to have a great time. Like, it used to be the thing. You know, we'd watch the game as a family. We'd cheer on the Giants. But it's not fun anymore.
It's not fun. It wasn't fun for Baltimore either. And we were home. Did you see that game?
Listen, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, man. Mm-hmm. You got to take the good with the bad. Your team is your team. Like, y'all knew the Giants was going to suck this year. Like, why are we acting like this is a surprise?
Yeah. No, I did not know the Ravens was going to suck so far this year. This is sad. And how we lost yesterday was sad.
Yeah, that's the same thing with us. The way we lost.
Yeah, I didn't think the Ravens were going to be that bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's
actually early.
Yeah, you said they would suck, but you say my team sucks every year. I just didn't think they were really going to suck. I think we would have a better shot, better chance.
First of all, I don't like when you say sucks, okay? Something about it just makes me feel strange. But yes, the Giants are going to suck. And I told y'all that. Remember when Sierra was here and I was trying to tell her the Giants was going to be terrible and everybody tried to make it like, oh, you just hating on Russell Wilson? No, it's the Giants. It has nothing to do with Russell Wilson.
But maybe everybody's looking to Russell Wilson to save the Giants. That's the whole point.
No.
He ain't Jesus. Okay. Jesus could play quarterback with the Giants, and they'll probably just be a 500 team.
All right, well, let's get the show cracking. We got front page news. Mimi will be breaking down everything. The federal government is still shut down. We'll tell you what that means, what's happening with that. Also, I'm sure Loren LoRosa, she went to court on Friday, so she was all in Diddy's business. She's seen reactions. She's seen family reactions, all that. We'll break that all down this morning. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, start off with some quick sports. Game 2 of the WNBA Finals. The Aces beat the Mercury last night, 91-78. I was waiting for Charlamagne to say something. I forgot he's on delay. Also,
oh yeah, but I'm on a delay. I'm scared to talk. But yes, drop on the clues bombs for the Las Vegas Aces, man. Okay, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. I'm enjoying the WNBA games. You don't watch the WNBA games? WNBA games be fun. I don't know why they put it on yesterday in the middle of football.
Yeah,
Sunday
that was
football.
Stupid. It was like 3 o'clock.
That was strange.
It was in the middle of the Cowboys were playing at the time. The Giants were playing at that time, right? I think the Eagles were playing at the time. It was just a weird time.
Yes, man. Let the ladies play on like a Tuesday or something where there ain't no other sports on. Like, why they got to compete against Sunday football? That was weird.
Yeah, that was stupid. And they fixed it late too, by the way. Major League Baseball, The Dodgers beat the Phillies. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees. They lead that series 2-0. Mariners beat the Tigers. And in NFL, man, what a weekend. The Cowboys beat the Jets 37-22. The Saints.
Say it again, Envy.
You beat the Jets, bro. It's the Jets.
I don't care. A win is a win, okay? We 2-2-1.
Yeah,
all right? Better record than the New York Giants.
You're right. The Saints beat the Giants. The Colts beat the Raiders. The Panthers beat the Dolphins. Texans beat the Ravens. The Broncos beat the Eagles. Sorry, Eagle fans. The Titans beat the Cardinals. Buccaneers beat the Seahawks. The Commanders beat the Chargers. Who else? The Lions beat the Bengals. The Patriots beat the Bills. All right, now I
would also like to say that the Dallas Cowboys are 2-2-1. So you know what that means.
Oh, here you go.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yo, shut up, man. And in Monday Night Football, the Chiefs take on the Jaguars at 8:15. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB, Jess, Charlamagne. How you guys doing this Monday morning?
Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning. Okay, so we start this morning with a story that has literally been changing by the hour. A federal judge appointed by President Trump has now blocked both of the administration's attempt to send the National Guard troops into Portland. Now, the first ruling came on Saturday when the judge said the president didn't have the authority to deploy Oregon's National Guard and that there wasn't enough evidence of danger on the ground to justify it. But by Sunday, the White House tried again, this time ordering 300 members of the California National Guard to head to Portland instead. Now, that move sparked instant backlash, and after an emergency hearing late last night, that same federal judge stepped in again, blocking that plan too. That's the plan that would have sent the California troops to Oregon. Now, as you know, President Trump has been threatening to send troops to Oregon for the last week, calling the city out of control and in need of federal help. Let's listen to what he said about Portland over the weekend.
Portland is burning to the ground. It's insurrectionists all over the place. It's Antifa. And yet the politicians who are petrified. Look, the politicians are afraid for their lives. That's the only reason that they say, like, there's nothing happening. And you've seen it. The place is burning down, and they pretend like there's nothing happening.
Where is it burning down at, though? I saw Issa Rae running a marathon in Portland this weekend. Where was the burning down of everything?
I don't know, because I haven't seen it. I literally just see people riding bikes, having picnics. No one knows what he's talking about. And clearly the courts also disagree, calling his second order or his second attempt to get around her initial ruling, saying he went too far. And so when that ruling came down late last night that the California National Guard would not be going to Oregon, Governor Gavin Newsom, who sued to stop the California deployment, called it a victory for democracy. He said, quote, Trump tried to turn our soldiers into instruments for his political will, but tonight the rule of law said hell no. So for now, California's National Guard, they will be returning home. The story is still developing. We're expecting to hear more from the White House probably later today on this matter. I don't think that they're going to give up that easily. So we'll see.
Said having picnics.
That's what I see, having picnics on the lawn. Right. I still understand where he's getting this. It's burning down from. So we'll continue to watch that. And in other news, the government is still shut down, but the Supreme Court is back in session this week, and it's shaping up to be one of the most politically charged terms in years. So on the docket, we're talking everything from presidential power to voting laws. So far, the justices, they have agreed to hear 39 cases with decisions expected next summer. But even beyond those, the court is being flooded with emergency requests, meaning surprise rulings could come down at any time. So let's quickly look at a few cases that I think everybody should keep their eye out for. The first one is Trump and presidential power. Just 9 months into his second term, the president has already tested the limits of what a president can do. One case will look at his use of emergency powers to slap tariffs on dozens of countries, something no president has ever done before. Now, the Supreme Court will decide whether those tariffs are legal. He's also fighting to defend his right to fire independent agency leaders, people who run watchdog groups like the FTC and the Federal Reserve. Another really important case that I think everybody should really be paying attention to involves race and voting and elections. So with the 2026 midterm elections right around the corner, the court will again weigh in on how votes are counted and how maps are drawn. So later this month, they'll hear a Louisiana redistricting case that could reshape the Voting Rights Act. Now, this case will determine whether states can continue drawing maps that protect black voters and their ability to elect leaders from their own communities, and whether that is still constitutional. So that ruling could reshape the black political voting power or just black political power in Congress for decades. So we want to keep an eye out for that. And lastly, there's another case, and we're just going to put a broad stamp on it and call it culture wars and civil rights. So the justices are stepping back into the culture wars and cases tied to abortion, religion, and racial discrimination. They'll hear from a black landlord who says the U.S. Postal Service failed to deliver her mail because of racial bias, a case over whether anti-abortion clinics must hand over donor records, and lastly, a case from a Louisiana inmate who says his dreadlocks were forcibly shaved in violation of his Rastafarian, his faith. So it's a heavy slate coming up for the justices, and no matter who you are, one of these decisions will likely impact you, whether it's voting or something in your community or LGBTQ rights and things like that.
All right.
All this stuff I feel like we should have already had figured out by now. Or we had figured out. Like, I thought we got rid of I thought we was past those micros and we were on to some bigger macros in this country, but I guess not.
Nope, not at all.
We are not. We're actually going backwards, it looks like, Charlamagne, so we'll see. what happens.
All right.
Well, coming up at 7, one major retailer is stepping into a new business that could help save millions, really big money. We'll tell you what it is and how it could affect your wallet.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Let us know how your weekend was, what you did. If you need to vent, call us up again. That phone line's at 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray! Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
This is Sing, S-Y-N-G. What's up, Breakfast Club? Good morning.
What's up, Sing? Good morning.
Hey, Sing.
Get it off your chest, brother.
Hey, I just want to shout out with everything going on and the world being all what it is. I just want to give a shout out to all my blindies and good lookers. This weekend, I launched my blind ride share. It was success. Thank everybody. I want to shout out Blind Beauty. I want to shout out Blind Runner. All the blind people. It's Blind Awareness Month. Throughout this adversity, I just want to say, hey, man, keep rising to the top. And thank Tesla Figaro. 2 weeks ago when she was on, she gave me a jewel on how to get funding for my business. It's all about reach one to teach one. And I appreciate y'all in that room, Club. I love y'all, man.
Yeah, salute to Tesla.
Salute to you, Sing. Can I ask a question?
Oh, boy, he been dying to ask this question.
It's Blind Awareness Month, and you know.
Are you going to ask me the butt wiping thing?
Yes.
Blind runner,
Yes.
Okay, listen, it's a technique to it. I'm going to give you a little bit of it, but Trick Daddy already said it before. You got to have wet wipes and all that. It just can't be just raw dog and rubbing. Feel me?
But how
Got you. See, that's smart.
So you just, okay, all right, cool.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? You do your do.
Yep.
And then you go wet, then you go dry.
Okay.
And then the rest of it, you just kind of like stepping out on faith, kind of like you just got to make sure you got the wet wipes and the bidet and everything. But everything else, you just stepping out on faith.
You just hope it works.
Yeah.
No, it's a repeat thing, fellas. I would never step out on faith because I don't like musty people either. And, you know, I don't want to be one of the Uber ride people just think you got to make sure wet, dry. All right, y'all have a great day.
Got you.
Hey, you too.
Thank you. No, I'm serious. Somebody asked me this a couple weeks ago on my podcast, The Brilliant Idiot. They asked me, you know, how do blind people know when they've wiped enough? And it's really been a mind boggler for me.
Why do people ask you
that question?
Why does somebody ask
Exactly.
He got to smell it. Hello, who's this?
This is Sha.
Hey, good morning, Sha. Get it off your chest.
It'd be crazy.
Yes, I am the Special Olympics coach here in Liberty County, Georgia.
Okay.
And these kids here are all special needs kids, and we're participating in the Georgia State Games. And although everything is free at the games, but it's not free to get them there. And this is my first time coaching them. And some of these kids have never been outside of Liberty County. Some of these kids are very low income on top of being special needs. So I was wondering if I could put my Cash App out there, and if anybody wants to give even $1, it would help us to get there.
Absolutely.
Because I have to buy T-shirts, I have to buy banners, I have to buy everything and gas to get there.
And what's the organization, Mama?
It's a Special Olympics group. We're Superhero All-Stars.
Superhero All-Stars. And what's your Cash App?
Let me look it up first. I need to verify this first.
That's what I said. That's why I asked the name of the organization.
No, I mean, I don't know how you can verify Special Olympics, but you can go on and see Special Olympics Georgia Fall Games. It's on the October 17th to the 18th.
Okay.
Now I Googled Superhero All-Stars and a bunch of Marvel and DC stuff came up now.
No.
All-Stars
My name is not going to be there. It's going to be probably on the website, maybe. I don't know.
What's the website?
The games is
Special Olympics Georgia.
Olympics Georgia.
It says Special Olympics Georgia. It says the 2025
And the game is
State
October
Games,
17th to
17th and
18th.
18th. And what is it, Valdosta, Georgia?
It's Valdosta.
Valdosta, Georgia. Yeah,
Valdosta.
Special Olympics.
Okay.
That's right.
I see
Y'all got
it.
winter games. Y'all got baseball.
Yeah, we're doing baseball skills, we're doing bocce, and we're doing golf.
I see that. Yep. Powerlifting, it says.
Can I donate
Yep.
via the website, or you want me to give it directly to your Cash App?
No, my Cash App is SHA4377.
So the donation that's on the website, what's that for?
Oh, that's for the Special Olympic organization themselves. Me, I'm trying to get the kids
Gotcha.
to Valdosta.
Got you. Go. Give your Cash App out. Give it again.
SHA4377.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some in there.
Thank you so much. And if anybody wants to give even $1 to get us to the games, I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Shasha.
All right, Mama. Have a good one, Shasha.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
All right, again, that's Shasha 4377. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's Rob from New Orleans. What's up, fellas?
Rob, what up? Get it off your chest.
Peace, Rob.
What's that, Amy? What's that, Amy? What up, Charlamagne? What up, Jess?
What up?
What's up, baby?
Hey, I got one thing. I love y'all. I miss with y'all the hallway, but y'all got a whole party be accountable for our action like y'all hold everybody else.
Why? What happened?
What Cardi do?
You know what she do? She do everything. She argue with everybody. She beats a lot of she beats a lot of people too. And y'all get on this radio every time something go down with her. You want to deflect and make it seem like everybody else a bad person. I just want y'all to hold everybody accountable equally. I know there's some people. I'm talking to you mostly. You said you about it, so I already know how it is. So I just want everybody to hold everybody accountable. You know, everybody got faults and everything that's going on right now.
But we say all the time we don't like to see Cardi go back and forth with these people online.
Yeah, I
and
disagree with you.
That she needs to ignore some of these folks.
I think we tell Cardi when she wrong, and we say, you know, when she go back and forth, we say she shouldn't be doing that, or when she put out something we don't like, I think we be honest.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
The same beat the Giants and yesterday. Did you see that?
Nah, I ain't see that game, man. I ain't watching.
Don't get blind now. You saw it.
I ain't see nothing.
Right. Yeah. Don't back down now, you Dominican ass boy.
Goodbye, man.
Damn. You Dominican ass boy.
Damn, man. Can't do that. All that to me. Damn. All right. Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Is this the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Mike.
Mike
D from Arizona.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Oh, my God. My butt boy.
We not your butt boy.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir. How are you, Mike?
All right. Yes, I'm great. I'm a huge fan. Jess Hilarious. I love you.
I love you. Thank you.
Oh, you say my butt girl.
LoRosa, I don't know. Wait, what was that?
Nothing.
But no, I'm just a big fan, and I just wanted to give my mom a shout out and being proud of me, and because I just moved to Arizona to start my new life, and I hope I'm making her proud of everybody out there in Chicago, Indiana.
What's your mom's name?
Brenda Campbell.
Shout out to Brenda Campbell. I know her.
You know her?
No, he doesn't.
I know Big B. Everybody know Big B.
Oh, man.
Yo, you're an idiot.
No, but y'all are very inspiring. I'm thinking about starting my new podcast soon, but I appreciate y'all for doing everything that y'all do every morning.
Okay.
Even though
Charlamagne's
a little overboard with the gayness, but you know, that's my boy.
Oh, that's your boy.
Yeah,
all right.
what's up?
You have a good one, man.
How y'all want me to be
who's
gay
this?
so bad?
You. Hello?
Yo, D from Virginia.
D from Virginia. What's up? What part of Virginia?
What's going on, man?
Hello, you can hear us? What part of Virginia, D?
Norfolk area.
Norfolk. Okay, get it off your chest, bro.
Yeah, man. So I just want to know, because I don't know if y'all saw, bro, but I've been watching like all this stuff that's been going on, man. The Republican Party and Trump and stuff, man. Hakeem Jeffrey on with, man, for the moment, bro. He is not. And I just feel like the Democrats is not doing enough to connect the lives that Trump is telling overall and not going on in people's lives, man. Like they're just dropping the ball on that. So what's all I wanted to call in and like, you know, let people know that I feel like we need new. That's kind of totally for sure, man.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, the Democrats, man, have historically just been terrible at messaging, and that is not changed in no way, shape, or form. Because this should be easy messaging to deliver, but for some reason they still aren't able to connect the dots between the pain people are feeling in the street directly to this administration. But this administration knows how to put it on Democrats.
Yeah. Well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. What's up, Lauren?
Good morning.
You spent Friday in court.
Friday in court and outside of court. Yes.
We got the latest one coming up. What we talking about?
Yeah, I was in court Diddy was sentenced to 50 months, so that's 4 years and 2 months in jail.
We'll talk about it when we come back.
We'll break that down when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren becoming a street fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So Diddy was sentenced on Friday. He was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months behind bars and a $500,000 fine for the 2 counts of the Mann Act, the prostitution or the travel to engage in prostitution charges that he was charged with. Now it was a very long day in court. We were there from I believe things started around things started like 10, a few minutes after 10 o'clock, and then we left around like 5-ish. And it was emotional as well too. So the way that it went down was the judge listened to both sides, and he took into account things from both sides that both sides felt like shouldn't be included or whatever in the sentencing. And then the judge came in and he said, here's what we're going to do. So the biggest thing to me, the judge says, we're going to be able to factor in or at least be able to use for context the things that you've already been acquitted of.
That sounds crazy.
Now, the reason why the judge said that, but when I heard that, I'm like, oh, he is not going to take it light at all. But the reason why the judge said that is because he was getting to the point that you can't get to prostitution and the things that Diddy was actually convicted of without being able to theoretically think about how we got here. And when you think about how we got here, Diddy had to be able to force these women, coerce these women, and there was physical violence that happened in order to do so.
But he was found not guilty for all that, for forcing them women in coercion, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was found not guilty. He was acquitted of those things, but the judge ruled based on other case law that they needed to be able to use it in context. Now, I will say, go ahead.
Like the prostitution is too intertwined with everything else is what
yeah, like one thing leads to another. Like you have to get these women scared. You have to get these women to the point where they feel like they can't fight back in order to travel in people to them to engage in the prostitution is how the judge
but that doesn't necessarily make sense, right? Because somebody could want to hire a prostitute. They don't have to be coerced. That could just be their side of them.
See, now that's another
thing. Because he was found not guilty
of
that.
Thing. That's another thing too.
From proof and
when they were trying to figure out how they're ruling on different things, and Diddy was objecting to different things that was in the sentencing report, the victim conversation came up. Like, do we look at Jane and Cassie as victims or as women that were just engaging in prostitution or prostitutes? And the judge ruled that they were victims. So once you rule that they're victims, and then you say we can look at all the other things in the background, it gets us to where we are now. Now, Diddy's team did say right then and there when the judge said that they objected to it, they said that they felt like it was not fair because he has been acquitted of these things. They also, I mean, I could tell by the conversation they were having in the room with the judge that meant that they were going to appeal it, which they did talk about outside of court. But I do want to mention that the kids also spoke in court. When I say the kids, I mean Christian Combs, Justin Combs, Quincy, Diddy's 2 twin daughters, and his daughter Chance spoke. And oh my God, Christian was the first one that started kind of tearing up, but when them girls started speaking, when his daughter started speaking, I don't think there was a dry eye in the court. And the judge thanked them for their words. He also watched the video that we played up here on air before I went to court, and he said that he took that into deep consideration, the fact that Diddy will be away from his family and how they'll be impacted, but that was his ruling. And Diddy spoke for himself in court as well too. I wrote down most of what I could get, and he apologized to Cassie and Jane. He said he was deeply sorry. He says that he hates himself right now. He turned to his children and his mom and he said, I apologize to you guys, I failed y'all. He started to break down when that was happening. He couldn't even look at the kids when they were speaking because he was breaking down as they were doing that as well too. And he says that he thanks the jury for the not guilty verdict, but he also takes the Mann Act charges very seriously because that was something that the judge had said, like, I feel like at this point you haven't even apologized or had conversation about what you were actually convicted of. But I do think that Diddy speaking, even though people say that the 4 years 2 months is too much, I thought it was going to be more because the judge was very clear about, I think if I let you leave right now, you're going to do exactly what we've seen you do. The judge specifically said in court, you posted a video after the CNN beating of Cassie came out, and you said a lot of things in that video that I've heard you say here in court today when you spoke for yourself. But you, at the same time, months later, and you kicked down doors to get to Jane and beat her and all these things. I don't believe that you're in a place that you should be releasing to the public, and my job is to protect the community right now. I think.
How did Diddy look in the courtroom, Lauren?
At what point? I mean, he was
just in general. Like, what was his overall demeanor?
In the beginning, he was very involved. So he's putting on his glasses. He's reading through things. You could tell he was changing up his notes and what he was going to say, and going back over that the whole time. He needed a couple minutes before he spoke. He took some time to really think about what he was going to say. When the girls and his kids were speaking, he was super, super emotional. Hands in his face at one point. Just shaking his head.
What about when he fell to his knees? When he fell to his knees in between the chairs, did you see that part?
They said that was old, right?
Yeah, so that photo of him in the chair was an old photo from back in July. But there was a point where he had bent down, but I felt like he was just getting his stuff together because it was over. But he was
on the floor.
Yeah, he has something you collecting things because they brought in a lot of dockets and stuff like that, and he's heavily involved, so he has them as well too. But he was very emotional. For multiple points out of the day. The part where they played the video, he couldn't even look at. Everybody turned to the screen to look. He couldn't even look at the video. He was crying during that as well too.
What about the?
They played the Cassie video?
No, they played the video that we played on air before I went to court of his family. They put together that mashup
10-minute video. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now there was rumors that he was scheduled to. I mean, they said he was hosting an event next week in Miami. Well, this week in Miami.
Oh my God, that was insane. Okay, so here's what it was. So Diddy's team had put in documents that they had something scheduled for him to do next week in Miami. Now, what that was Diddy, he's been doing free game with Diddy while locked up. Mm-hmm. They had worked with the Bureau of Prisons and all these official law enforcement agencies to set up a whole course for Diddy to go and begin speaking at various places to help people not get in that situation that he's in, and to speak to people that are currently incarcerated and recently came home. And they had a guy who was, the head of the program come and speak in court and say why they did that, because he said, when people are involved in programs, once they leave, they don't go back to jail. And what Diddy is doing is very impactful. Now, I will say, I thought
prosecution made it seem like he was hosting a club.
Exactly. I mean, because at that point, I think it's it's the conversation around the arrogance of it. It's you're
it don't matter what he was doing.
Yeah, you're very.
It don't matter if it was a club hosting or not. The fact that you scheduled something you just know you coming home, that's crazy.
Yeah. And actually, O.J. Simpson's attorney, former attorney, Alan Dershowitz, he spoke to Fox News just about how crazy that was too. Let's take a listen.
We are planning to appeal.
I want to hear them, bro.
We are planning to appeal. We think we have strong bases to appeal. The strongest basis is that the jury.
Imagine anything more stupid than that. How anybody permitted him to do that? It's just a slap in the face to the judge. It's outrageous. I can't imagine any lawyer or any responsible person allowing. I would have quit the case if I had been Diddy's lawyer and Diddy had said, I'm going to make an arrangement and I'm going to make it public. I would have said, yeah, and you're going to get a new lawyer. I'm not representing somebody who is so stupid and arrogant. I mean, I'm not Dr. Kevorkian. I don't believe in walking my clients into a death chamber. And that was a kiss of death.
He's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
he's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
That first audio we played, we can play that now. That's Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilio. Outside of the courthouse, they held a presser where they talked about the plan to appeal.
We are planning to appeal.
I want to hear them, bro.
We are planning to appeal. We think we have strong bases to appeal. The strongest basis is that the jury reached a verdict on coercion. It found there was not coercion. And I think the judge said coercion today as a basis for a sentence at least a dozen times. We think that is unconstitutional. We think that a jury verdict should mean more than our jury's verdict seems to mean, and so we are planning to appeal.
Now,
if he was facing life... Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was about to ask, is he safe, though? And you say something about him getting stabbed?
I was going to say, what they're going to lean on, just to answer your question, Diddy's team is saying no, he's not going to be safe, because in court, we found out that there was an attempt on Diddy's life that they stopped. There was a man that attempted to shank him, but they stopped it, the correctional officers. And they say Diddy didn't even want people to know that he didn't want to make it a big deal. But, of course, they're having that conversation about will he be safe because of who he is and how high profile this case is.
Right.
They're also having a conversation. Mark Geragos Geragos spoke with TMZ, Mark Geragos is a high-profile attorney, a friend of Diddy's, but also the dad of Teeny Geragos, who led Diddy's defense about Diddy potentially being raped in court. And we can, that's the thing that they're having an honest conversation about, and just attacks on his life, because they say that people look at him as like a trophy or a prize, and to do something to him.
Or what if other inmates hear all of the stuff that we've been hearing in the news all of these weeks, and they scared of Diddy?
That's not how they presented it. I don't.
But I'm just saying, what if the inmates start writing letters? Like, we scared that he gonna be in here with us.
That's crazy to say Diddy's a trophy. Like, he's looked at as a trophy in jail is crazy.
I mean, listen,
he's a prize.
He's a prize. Isn't that crazy?
But even more, Charlamagne talking about the inmates gonna be scared. Like, then where they gonna put him
for real?
They gotta put him somewhere.
I don't think Diddy gonna be in population anyway. But I mean, listen, all I know is this: if you was facing life and you beat those charges, then you was facing 20 and prosecution wanted 11, and you end up getting 4 with 13, 14 months time served. Man, you need to take that and go sit down and handle your business. I hope Diddy takes this time to beat his drug habit. I hope he takes this time to do some real healing work, and I hope he comes home and becomes a better person.
My whole thing is I just want the judicial system to be fair, right? It seems to me, and I'm not a judge, I'm not an attorney, but what I've been reading and what I've been reading from other attorneys, it seems like that judge based things off things he necessarily wasn't supposed to. Like, the Cassie, we talk about the Cassie video all the time, but he wasn't convicted of the Cassie video.
Yeah, but he explained all.
But also the coercion. Like, all the attorneys are saying, how are you found not guilty for that, but then you still use that in sentencing him? It's a lot going on. Let's open up the phone line.
He explained it. Loren just explained it.
Yeah, but most of the attorneys are saying that's not right. You can't. That's why they're filing an appeal on that.
Well, listen, and in the appeal, we'll get more into that, but
let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. What are your thoughts? Let's discuss. 800-585-1051. And by no means am I saying Diddy's a great person. He's a nice person. I'm just saying in the judicial system, you're supposed to be charged and sentenced based off the crime. And if that's the case,
man, I think Diddy came off really well.
I thought so too.
But let's discuss
that. That man was facing life.
With time served, he got 3 years to do?
He got 3 years to do. 800.
He was facing 20, and the prosecution wanted 11 for these 2 Mann Act charges, and you ain't lost.
Nobody in the time in history has gotten that much time for hiring a prostitute and carrying off state lines. Nobody. Not one person.
There's always new precedent to be set.
And usually, they get the pimp and the actual John, not the actual person that does it. But we'll discuss when we come back. Yeah. She has more to break down. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with some quick sports. Last night, WNBA, the Aces lead 2-0 in the series. They beat the Mercury 91-78. Did you see the game, Charla?
Let's go, Aces. Asia Wilson, South Carolina's own. I'm telling you, you should really watch WNBA games, man. They be very, very exciting, man.
I do watch the games, but yesterday it was smack dab in the middle of NFL. Like, it was in the middle of the Cowboys, in the middle of Giants, in the middle of right when the Eagles played. It was just like weird.
I didn't understand it, but I did watch that game because the Cowboys game wasn't on regular TV, and I decided to watch the Aces versus the Mercury yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. All right, well, and also, since we're going through the NFL, Cowboys beat the Jets, the Giants lost to the Saints, Panthers beat the Dolphins, Colts beat the Raiders, Broncos beat the Eagles, Texans beat the Ravens, Buccaneers beat the Seahawks, Titans beat the Cardinals, the Lions beat the Bengals, Commanders beat the Chargers, the Patriots beat the Bills, and in Monday Night Football, the Chiefs beat the Jaguars, and if you're a Yankees fan, we're down 2-0. Next game is at Yankee Stadium. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we start this hour with new details out of Chicago, where outrage is still growing after last week's massive immigration raid on the city's south side. The operation, complete with Black Hawk helicopters and masked federal agents, has raised new questions about the Trump administration's tactics. Now, in the early mornings, hours around 1 a.m., while people were still sleeping, federal agents were rappelled from helicopters onto an apartment building. It was part of the White House, what the White House is calling Operation Midway a blitz, a month-long immigration crackdown that's already led to more than 800 arrests across Illinois. Now, officials say they were targeting members of a Venezuelan gang, one that the president has now labeled a terrorist group. But witnesses, they're telling a very different story, describing what felt like a military-style invasion, children separated from parents, people dragged outside, even the elderly and kids handcuffed. Let's listen to some of the witnesses' account from that night.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no. They just treated us like we were nothing. They was terrified. The kids was crying, people was screaming. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner because they was bringing the kids out too, had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking, where's the morality, where's the human? One of them literally laughed, he was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what is the long-term solution for these cities. Is it just going to be martial law? Are we going to be under constant military surveillance? Like, instead of putting more money into social services, offering people more opportunities, more jobs, more education, more mental health services, we're just going to offer more heavy-handed policing, and this time military policing?
That's exactly what the plan is. I think President Trump has already said that he plans to send in more troops to Democratic-led cities. I think this is part of some of his get back that we've been talking about. Governor J.B. Pritzker says, with what happened in Illinois, that agents went too far. He's calling for an investigation. Trump is now planning to deploy 400 members of the Texas National Guard into Chicago and other Democratic-led cities, as I just said. And so, Charlamagne, we really just don't know what the objective is. It's just literally to cause more chaos in all these cities. And we were talking about Portland earlier. It just goes on and on and on and on. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, and speaking of government overreach, there's growing concern that the Trump administration may be improperly seizing tax refunds from Americans who have defaulted on their student loans. So more than a dozen House Democrats say the Department of Education is taking people's money without proper warning, something that's already led to evictions and power shutoffs for struggling families. After a 5-year pause during the pandemic, the administration resumed student loan collections back in April, which means the government can once again garnish wages, seize tax refunds, and withhold your Social Security checks to recover that defaulted debt. But here's the issue. Federal law requires that borrowers get a 60-day warning before that happens, giving them time to appeal or make payment arrangements. Now, lawmakers say the Department of Education isn't doing that. And in some cases, it's using old notices sent years before the pandemic as if they're valid. So that means millions of Americans may be blindsided when they go file their taxes this spring and find that their refund has already been taken. Now, as many as 10 million borrowers are already in default and could be affected. The lawmakers say the problem is being made worse with the government shutdown, of course, and by the massive staffing cuts inside the Department of Education, including many of the workers who used to help borrowers navigate that repayment system and dispute those errors. So they're now calling on the administration to pause tax refund seizures until borrowers can receive updated notices and until the department can verify that its data is current. So if you have a student loan, a federal student loan, or if it's in default, now is the time to double check your info before tax season hits.
Okay.
Man, now that's not right. Let me pick and choose who I don't want to pay this month. Right. Okay, I need to know where every dollar is going because every bit of my money, all bills aren't created equal. Okay, some bills take precedent over others.
Right.
Yeah. And if you're counting on that tax return and it doesn't come because it's been taken and you didn't get the warning, that's just a whole other blow to those bills too. So
that changed because I remember when I got married, Gia had student loans, and I remember I was supposed to get a check coming back from my taxes when I just got out of school, and they took that check to pay the school loan. So is this new? Because they did it to me years ago.
Well, Trump, he put that back in place. So because Joe Biden had paused all of the, the having to pay back your federal loans, and he put all kinds of payment plans into effect. And when Trump came back into office now, yes, to answer your question though, Envy, yes, it has changed. So they are
so it's back
going after people, yes, and they want their money regardless of however they can get it. They're seizing, your wages and whatever it takes to get that money back. So definitely it has changed.
All right.
Bring on the extraterrestrials. It's time for beings from other planets to intervene. Okay, F government overreach. We need planetary overreach. It's time.
Well, Trump got that new dollar coin, so you might get that new Trump that dollar coin in the mail now. So you might get the Trump coin with him on the back saying fight, 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 fight.
What they got to do with extraterrestrials?
Nothing.
All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
All right. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mimi. Now, when we come back, we're opening up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. We're talking about Diddy. What's your thought on his sentencing? We'll discuss when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. If you just joined us, we're talking about Diddy's sentencing. Now, Loren was actually in court on Friday, and she was breaking down some of the things and some of the reactions that she's seen. Now, everybody reported a lot of the amount of time he got and all that, but
yes,
what we were saying behind the scenes is, tell us what was the scene in that courtroom, because we weren't there. So put us in that courtroom.
I will say it was really, really emotional.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of crying. Diddy himself was teary for a lot of the time. I mentioned this earlier, but I think at one point you really realized how bad Diddy messed up. With his,
what?
I mean,
you just realizing that?
No, because listen, for a lot of us, we thought that he was going to, the time served was a real conversation. People thought that he might go home, or at least maybe just do another year, if that. But
even if he went home, he's completely messed up.
It doesn't matter.
The money that he's had to spend, the fact that he won't be able to do no big business anymore. He's lost hundreds of millions of dollars.
And
his legacy's ruined.
He'll figure that out. He'll write a book. He'll do the whole Black Man apology tour, right?
No, he won't come back.
No,
he's not going to come back. He's not going to come back the same way. But if Diddy was released today tomorrow, he would do enough to figure out how to live. It's not going to be the same, but yes, he'll figure out something. But what I'm saying is that when court opened and you heard the judge basically talking to Diddy like Diddy was his child, and he did it very nicely, but he was telling him, I don't believe that you're sorry, you need help. I was like, Diddy's life is over. And that was before the sentencing even happened.
Well, Diddy's life was over when that video, we all seen that video of him beating Cassie. That's when his life was over.
Yeah, but
let's be clear about our words. Diddy's professional life is over.
In my opinion, Diddy's professional life, in my opinion, was over when we see that video of him beating Cassie.
And I'll say his family was really strong, his kids, outside of when they got emotional when they had to speak, but just sitting there even through the sentencing as the judge was reading out what the sentencing was going to be, and the judge was literally using some of the family's letters and the things that they said about him, from his kids to his sister to all these different people, to sentence him and say, now you need to depend on your family. Everybody just sat there. I think it was I think there was kind of a feeling of disbelief, because it was is this really happening? Even Diddy just blank stare.
How was
his
mother?
Just sitting there.
His mother was there, right? She just had some type of.
She just had he said, he mentioned that she had a brain surgery. She was just there. There was no. I really don't think that anybody thought that it was going to go the way that it did. So they were like, what is happening right now? And I also believe they had already had a very honest conversation about, if this goes this way, what are we going to do? And I think they believe in the appeal. They think he going to appeal, he going to come home, because the way that they were composed for the most of that, I couldn't have been composed like that.
I do have a question. If they do appeal, is it the same judge? Because it seems like that judge is stuck on something. So if they appeal, do they appeal with a different judge, or is it the same judge over and over again?
They're definitely going to try to do a different judge. I don't think there's why would you? But here's the thing too. You talking about the judges. The judge was very fair in my opinion.
Really?
People were pissed off if you say this, but the judge to me was gracious to Diddy in the sentence that he handed him, because I'm telling y'all, he was not going for none of it. Diddy stood up there.
He was facing 20, and the prosecution wanted 11, and he ended up getting 4 with time served. Yes, that is a good deal. That is a great sentence for him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't have handled it the way that they handled it. Even when they were leaving court, like they were together. Like they've been through. It's been a long 8 weeks, and I think you to the point now where you just kind of want to get to the end of it so you can figure out what you got to do to get him home and which is going to be the appeal. But they held it down. They were strong in that courtroom. Outside of breaking down when they were speaking. Jess, you had a question.
Yeah, I had more of a statement. Like his kids, even his boys, they had to. I don't know. It's hard to believe that they didn't think he was gonna get no time at all. I don't know. I just wanted the older kids, the boys. Like I don't know. Let's just be realistic. Whether they didn't think it was gonna be 50 months, I know. Like me as his son, know that. Yeah, he more than likely, my dad probably gonna definitely do some time. I don't know, just listening to what you were saying that everybody it was like a shock to everybody. I'm like, how were y'all shocked? But
yeah, how you shocked?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, right, and it's funny, right? So I seen, salute to D.L. Hughley, right? I seen him make a post on this pastor out in Dallas, right? Now this Dallas pastor got 6 months in jail for sexually abusing a girl, right? You can go to Fox News, you can look it up. Now, when you see a pastor get 6 months in jail for sexually abusing a 12-year-old, and then you see this, and I hate to compare cases, but how do you not?
That's why you're doing it.
But how do you not? So when you look at something like with Diddy, and you see the time that he's getting 4 or 5 years, right? And then you look at a pastor that is getting 6 months in jail, you can't tell me that it doesn't seem like Diddy's getting railroaded.
Y'all know what I feel like too. And
listen. I'm not an attorney or a legal expert, so I don't know all the ins and outs. But what I do know is Diddy wouldn't have any of these current problems if he simply made better choices. And I just hope people learn from this situation. Destiny is not a matter of chance; it's a matter of choice. I saw Diddy's kids speaking, and one thing I thought about is when you hear these kids say how much they need their father, I'm like, why wasn't the father thinking about that before he was making these poor choices? That's what we all should be considering and talking about. Okay, life is not just about us. If you got so much to lose, all these people that depend on you, then act like it. Make better choices. Everybody talking about, well, this case happened over here and that case happened over here. What about that man making better choices? Diddy is in this situation because of the poor choices that he made. And you know what? One of my guys that's an attorney, he said to me this weekend, that's exactly what you need to be thinking about, making better choices, because you don't want to leave it to the scorecard.
No, you're right.
And be in front of these judges and having them dictate the rest of your life.
No.
So make better choices.
You're absolutely right. The choices that Diddy made put him in this decision, in this predicament that he's in. I just like for the judicial system to be fair. And I know that I'm living in America.
Let's start with us.
But I also want things to be
You're right,
fair.
Indy, but let's start with us.
You're right.
I just want start with us.
Yeah.
Diddy should start with himself. He wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for him.
You're right. But I just want things to be fair. That's all. Let's go to the phone lines. We got Corey on the line. Corey, good morning.
Yeah, I'm here.
Corey, what's your thoughts?
Oh, hey, first and foremost, I want to say that I think this was an activist judge. The fact that you can take the non-guilty verdicts and use that as your sentencing because you don't believe the jury, that's foul and unfair. Number two, when he spoke to Puffy, he clearly said that, Cassie and Dang, we heard your voices. Now, don't get it twisted. If he was charged with domestic violence, that would be fine. But the fact that he was found guilty of the Mann Act, and which Chuck Berry was, and only got sentenced to 20 months, it shows you that this judge was out of pocket from the beginning.
But he said we heard your voices, but he also said that Diddy was a great man. He was great in the community. He did so much for black and brown people. He is better on the street than behind bars, but he needs to get himself together. He said both things.
But you said this guy just brought up Chuck Berry getting 20 months. That's almost 2 years. That's what Diddy essentially got. He already got 13, 14 months time served, and he got 4 years for 2 counts of the Mann Act. I think Chuck Berry had 1 count of the Mann Act and got 20 months.
We got Danny on the line. Danny, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Talk to us, Danny.
No, I agree with Charlamagne. I think that he got off lucky. To me, I call that a win because he could have been in there way longer. He was in a RICO case damn near by himself. So to get the 4 years with time served, 3 years, he'd probably be off in the next 2 years. He'll be out doing his thing.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I think he has, 3 years left to do or something like that?
Yeah, 3.
3 years left to do?
36 months.
Yep. Hello, who's this?
This Dan Man from Detroit.
Dan Man from Detroit. Good morning. We're taking your calls on Diddy's sentencing. What's your thoughts, bro?
Man, I think it was unconstitutional. I had the chance to work with him when he did that Batman when he did that last Halloween. That was my nephew / son that did the little Batman thing with him. I wrote that, and definitely Joy was there. A lot of them was there, but for him to get charged for the Mann Act and then get 4 years for like purging, you don't have to coerce nobody to do nothing like that. I mean, I feel like everybody was grown and they had their own choices. So for him to get 4 years for that, I feel like it was constitutional. I feel like they're gonna win in the appeal. They gonna win. I think his friend Donald Trump gonna get him off.
Thank you. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Diddy. He was sentenced on Friday. How much time was he sentenced to, Lauren?
4 years and 2 months.
Now, you also said that Cassie spoke about after his sentencing. What was her thoughts?
Yeah, so her attorney spoke out on her behalf, and they said nothing can undo the trauma that he caused, but the sentence imposed today recognizes the impact of the serious offenses he committed.
Okay, we're taking your calls, 800-585-1051. A lot of people are saying karma. You guys believe in karma? Like some of the things that you've done in the past come back and bite you in the ass later on?
Most definitely. Hell yeah. I believe in it.
Listen, once again, this is why we need to make better choices as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, we all saw Diddy out here, fighting demons, and the demons were winning. We acting like we didn't see and hear Diddy battling these demons while he was out. The man was changing his name every other few months. He was openly talking about his grief and trauma and how that was kicking his ass. So yeah, all of that stuff, does eventually catch up.
We have Ty on the line. Ty, good morning.
Yo, good morning. What's going on, DJ Envy?
Talk to us, Ty. What's your thoughts?
Man, all we learning through this case is that he's just a freaky ass dude. You know what I mean? Cassie, she already got her money. Why is her name still being thrown this? All that dismissed, you know what I mean? But he's just a freaky ass dude. He don't need all that time. Maybe a couple of years, and then licenses of probation. Not even license to probation, like 5 years of probation. But he's just a freaky ass dude.
Thank you.
But what you just said he should get is what he got.
That's what he got. Yeah.
Like, what are we talking? Like, something's wrong with us, man.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is Trey.
Trey, good morning. What's your thoughts?
Well, I just want to comment on what Charlamagne said about Diddy should be glad for the 40 months. What he doesn't realize is that in the feds, you usually get overcharged. So they overcharge you and tell you you're facing life in prison, and then when they come with a deal like 10 years, you make it seem like you're getting something special. But that's not meaning it's fair. So Charlamagne, he do need to realize.
I didn't say fair. Fair is not the word I used. I said that if you're facing 20 years and the prosecution wants 11 and you get 4 years with time served, that's about as good as it's gonna get.
Hello, who's this?
Natasha.
Hey, Natasha. Good morning. What's your thoughts on Diddy sentencing?
I think that for the crimes that he committed, his sentence is on point. But I'm concerned that how is Cassie not compared to Jeffrey Epstein's wife?
Well, it's two totally different things. Jeffrey Epstein's wife was getting young girls.
But her actions.
You mean her being involved? You mean the fact that you feel like she was involved?
I think because she cooperated.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Exactly, and she was doing all the calling and reserving and all of that, and and now she's at home with all that money, and that just bothers me.
Okay.
Now I was thinking about that. Now I was like, why did Diddy even pay Cassie? Like, did Cassie still testify against him? Cassie still wrote letters to the judge telling the judge to keep him. Like, what was that? What did he even pay her for?
Probably paid her because he was scared. I don't know. He probably just paid her because he was scared. Because what other reason would he pay her for?
Well, he paid her to drop the lawsuit, and then the feds picked up the lawsuit. So he paid her to drop the lawsuit, which she did, and then the feds picked it up, and then the feds subpoenaed her to speak.
Y'all know what's crazy too? Gina was there at court. Victim 3.
Yeah,
she was there at court in support of Diddy, which I thought was awesome because
I've seen that on the shade.
Gina was there, and I'm like, so y'all couldn't get her to court when y'all needed her to be here, right. The government, but she's here. She that was weird to me. Like, how could they said we couldn't get her? I think she was going to blow their case up.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Angelo.
Angelo, good morning. What's your thoughts, Angelo?
Man, I was just thinking, man, Donald Trump's spiritual advisor literally just got charged 6 months for child molestation, but they gave Diddy 4 years. That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah, I just said that. Man. Yeah, no, I just said that.
Yes, it does make sense. He's a white man.
Oh, I was about to say what?
What are y'all? What's up with y'all? I'm so sick of y'all acting like y'all not who we are.
You're right, but it's just you want to
like it's just weird to me when y'all had these conversations. It's like we are black. You know things are different from us. But also I want to say this. Here's the moral of the story for me. Everybody keeps talking about was Diddy treated fairly or not. Once again, this is why we need to make better choices as humans. I'm not leaving anything up to a system that I know ain't going to treat me fairly anyway. Just make better choices. None of y'all are talking about how Diddy was out here taking penitentiary chances as a whole billionaire. He's a grown man with kids and employees who depend on him, but he was out here using drugs. He was out here with prostitutes. He was out here making poor choices, and those poor choices caught up to him. And clearly he's got a problem because on the day he got arrested, he was in the hotel with drugs and baby oil. So the man needs to get help. So he needs to take this next couple of years or however long it's been to really, 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 really get clean and do some healing and come out and be a better person.
I agree wholeheartedly.
For his kids.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, but I will say this. We are all not perfect, and we've all made mistakes, and we've all been in situations where we could have got arrested before. A lot of us have. And the fact that it happens, you just want the judicial system to make sure that whatever they sentence you with, they would sentence the other person with. And when you hear Diddy getting this much time, and the guy said, the pastor that
well, we keep making excuses.
It's the truth. No, what I'm saying is, yes,
no,
Diddy
we really keep making excuses for people's poor choices.
But you want the judicial system to be fair, no matter who you are.
How about let's not get to the judicial system?
You're right. But if we do
get to the judicial
you want
system,
it to be
if
fair.
you make better choices.
You're absolutely right. But if you do get there,
Diddy made this bed for himself, and now he got a lie in it with all the baby oil in it.
Jesus Christ.
And I hope, once again, I really, really hope that he takes this time to beat his drug habit, do some real healing work, and come home and become a better person for his kids. Forget Diddy the mogul. Forget Diddy the superstar. What about Sean Combs the person? Worry about your soul for the rest of your life.
I'm with you. Who cares about the music? Who cares about the entertainer? It's all about them kids and his family, and hopefully this wakes him up to see that.
And making better choices, because he could clearly end up right back in this situation if he doesn't do some real healing work.
That's right.
But look, once again, the day he was arrested, he got arrested with more drugs and baby oil in the hotel right here in New York.
Stop saying baby oil, but he got with drugs.
No, it was baby oil.
No, it was baby oil.
This ain't illegal.
Right.
I'm just saying that's just evidence of that there was a freak off that was still happening that day. The day he was going to turn himself in.
Yeah. It just can't be ashy. That's all he was using baby oil for, to be freaky.
Yes. There's a pattern here, Jess. Yes.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, we got the latest with Loren coming back. What are we talking about now?
We're talking about Lotto. Fans are speculating that she might be expecting a baby. We're going to talk about it.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Now, Lotto was trending over the weekend with fans thinking that she may be pregnant. So Lotto performed a show in Japan. In her outfit, it's like a two-piece, top and bottom, and her stomach is showing. And in a video, during her performance, her belly doesn't look as, flat as it normally looks, but you can't tell whether she's pregnant or not. So, of course, fans ran with this fan theory.
Boy.
Lotto came to Instagram to clear it up, even though she doesn't say, I'm not pregnant. She posted photos of her from that same night, and she says, I ate too much Wagyu and ramen. So she's putting that to rest. Now, prior to her flying out for this show, when she was here in New York, she did Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. And you know how they have the part where they ask you the fan questions? So the fans asked her about reuniting with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj. Let's take a listen.
Love seeing you and Ice Spice make peace. How did it happen, and will you be able to work things out with Nicki Minaj too?
Okay, girls, her team reached out to my team, and we was like...
The teams?
Yeah.
And you figured it out?
We figured it out.
Okay.
At first, I was like,
Okay.
But then I was like,
Okay.
And then, I'm open to, rekindling with anybody.
Okay. You and Nikki you're gonna be back with Giselle's friend Nikki.
Yes, we love Nikki. We do.
I did too.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. So
Can I ask a question, Lauren?
Go ahead.
Not about the Andy Cohen thing, but what you said about her being pregnant. Why aren't women more sympathetic to other women when they see their stomach not looking flat? Like the woman could just be getting fat, or it might be that time of the month and they're bloating. So why do they just jump that she's pregnant?
I think because it was the angle, and I think because Lotto keeps so much about her relationship private, people just anything they can get to.
But you're a woman. Why can't it be bloating? Why couldn't it be that time of the month?
It can
you just
be,
had
but
a lot to eat that week.
It can be.
Why she couldn't just be gaining weight? Like, why do y'all just jump that she's pregnant? I'm just wondering, why aren't women more sympathetic? Like, why is that the only thing? Oh, she's pregnant.
The first
like,
thing,
it couldn't be other things.
I think that with celebrities is because then when you give them that
Because
empathy,
y'all just messy and gossipy.
No, when you give them that empathy, then a lot of times, and Lotto saying it's not her situation, they come out and they're pregnant. Like Cardi at one point was claiming that she was just gaining weight and doing certain things, and she wasn't. She was pregnant. So I think people just don't believe
why can't women be more sympathetic to other women when they see their stomach not looking the flattest?
He talking about people thinking Lotto was pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I just saw something about her over the weekend, and she looked flat, stomach flat, on flatty flat. You know what I mean? Maybe she could have been on a period. She could have been, she cook a lot, so she eat a lot. And she just posted something that said maybe I had too much wagyu and ramen or whatever. I don't think she's pregnant, but the fact that we don't give other women grace, you know what I'm saying? That's because what we see. We see all these flat stomachs and all of that, and when we see a natural stomach, we don't know what to do. Like, I don't know why. Don't talk about nobody's stomach. I don't care.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I think with Lotto is also too because they just caught her in New York talking about 21 Savage, so people are like, oh, that's why now she's potentially claiming her man because potentially she's pregnant. Like there's a whole timeline that people try to put together when it comes to celebrities.
She also sat down with Andy. I saw that as well.
Yes,
he asked her straight up where she couldn't run off and get in the van and nothing, and she just was like, I like to keep my
dodged
private.
Yes.
Well,
we'll have to wait to see what happens if anything's gonna happen. But she did when she did that side profile photo that she uploaded to her Instagram with the wagyu and ramen. She didn't look pregnant in that one, but the shot from the stage, I could see why fans would think what they thought. If I'm being honest,
man, we don't you go up and down sometimes?
6, 7.
I'm not. No, but
my 10-year-old keeps saying that 6, 7.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you go up and down sometimes. Sometimes your stomach going flat. Sometimes it's not, right?
Yeah, but
your stomach always on flat.
I just think that with people and fans, with celebrities, they just don't believe it no more because you say that and then someone does end up being pregnant, and sometimes they don't be, but you just don't know. Because I know they thought that before. There's been other celebrities too, but yeah.
Y'all just messy and gossipy.
We've been talking a lot about Lotto for 6 minutes right now. So
I'm trying to move on.
All right.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, Jess came in late. We had to listen to her, what her thing was. Okay. So in other news over the weekend, this was a big story that it was a big story when the news broke about Kyron Lacey. And so Kyron Lacey, was a potential scout. He was going to be scout. He was playing for LSU. And during the time that he was playing football, there was a car accident that they had alleged that he was involved in. Now, the car accident happened back in December, and there was a 78-year-old man who passed away because of this car accident. So he was being accused of driving recklessly. They alleged that Kyron Lacey was speeding and passing in a no-passing zone when they alleged that he swerved. That someone swerved to avoid Lacey and crashed into another vehicle. Now, there's been video that has come out because Kyron Lacey's attorney, Matthew Orey, is trying to prove his innocence still, and he's saying that there's no way that he was the person that impacted the car. Let's take a listen to Matthew Orey.
Sort of describe the video for our audience, what you've seen in the video.
Yeah, so what you'll see is in the top left of the screen, you're going to see multiple cars just making their way south to Thibodaux, coming from Vacherie. At some point in time, you're going to see the collision, which we're going to know is vehicle number 2 from oncoming traffic colliding with the vehicle of Mr. Hall. You will see another vehicle come to a stop, and then you'll see Kyron Lacey come to a stop.
It looks like the impact happens, and then Kyron Lacey is behind him. How far away was he from there?
Kyron Lacey Lacy did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards, back in his lane behind Mr. Hall. At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact. Keyword, behind the vehicles. That is not how this story was ever painted. Never.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about the system being unfair, this is definitely an example of the system being unfair, because I don't see what the brother did wrong at all. He didn't end up in this situation because of a poor choice that he made. From what I can see, he was completely falsely accused of something, and now that young man is no longer with us because he committed suicide before his court date.
Yes,
this is an unfair situation.
Yes, and that was a lot of the sentiments that, I saw people expressing, when his attorney's interview aired, because back in April when he committed suicide, people were having the conversation about, just him feeling everything that was brought, because there was so much conversation around this and what was he was accused of. And there's also conversation too, because there is also now video of a man who was trying to provide a statement that potentially could have cleared Kyron, that police ultimately rejected and didn't use. Now the police have,
and the police was coercing them, they said.
Yeah,
they said the police was coercing the witness to say something else.
Yeah, so the police have released a statement in response to this, and they say, following the crash, LSP conducted a detailed investigation with the assistance of crash reconstruction experts and with all available information at the time. Investigative findings revealed that Mr. Lacy Lacy recklessly driving while approaching oncoming traffic, and that led to the events of the crash. The findings were presented to the 17th Judicial Court, which approved an arrest warrant based on the evidence collected. As with all investigations leading to arrest, the subjects of the investigations are presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. No one disputes that he was behind the crash scene. His swerving, passing cars, and reckless operation caused the series of crash of events. Now, so they're basically saying we used everything that we had at the time to get to the point that we were, and he was presumed innocent until proven guilty. But there was a lot of things that did not happen for him once all of these conversations came out, which is why people's upset is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What I don't understand is. Oh, go ahead.
And I was gonna say that innocent to proven guilty is a crocker-ish a lot of times, because you lose everything once they charge you. Once they say it's you, nobody waits and sees. You lose everything, and that man's mental with everything that he was going through and trying to make it to the league and all the pressure that he had on him. It's just really sad. It's a tragic situation, man. And I always feel like
what I don't understand is
what's that?
What I don't understand, and maybe I wasn't paying attention to this situation, like I should have been. So maybe it was. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But why wasn't the story from the beginning that this young man was being falsely accused? Like, why wasn't his lawyers saying that from the beginning, or were they? I don't know, because all I heard was the narrative that this young man was guilty. I never heard a counter to that.
I think what's happening right now is they have this video that they're able to show it, so they're coming out and having the conversation about it. I can't answer that question 100% though, but I know now this interview is happening because there's video that shows
him driving around.
Yes.
But to what Charlamagne says, I just feel like when police do an investigation, that camera should have been able to get that camera a long time ago, and this brother probably would still have his life, because the footage is there, right? The police do an investigation to see exactly what happened. Why they didn't get that camera and that footage months ago to save that brother's life?
Yeah, and so and also too, I want to make mention when we talk about like what didn't happen for him. So at the time, Kyron Lacy was largely viewed as an NFL prospect, but his name wasn't on the list of players that were invited to the NFL scouting combine when that was released in mid-February, which was a month after his arrest.
Damn, yo. So now what happens to the cops that coerced him?
They're gonna have to fight it out in court, and see what's going to be proven true by actual court and what's not.
So sad.
That is sad.
Well, again, rest in peace to that brother, and condolences to his family and friends. It's just tragic, man.
It is very, very sad. And over the weekend, it was Bernie Mac's birthday as well. So,
happy birthday to Bernie Mac.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, that's the latest with Loren.
Yes.
Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need a young lady named Gabrielle Franz to come to the front of the congregation. I know that a lot of y'all women like to get back, get back on your exes, but this ain't the way. We'll discuss.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Donkey of the day for Monday, October 6th goes to a Florida woman named Gabrielle Franz. Now, Gabrielle is a firefighter, okay, from Orange County, Florida. Dropping the clues bomb for all the firefighters out there, okay? Salute to all the firefighters all across the nation. What does your Uncle Shala always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. See, Gabrielle was arrested Friday. She was arrested Friday for a misdemeanor stalking charge. Now, if you're out there listening to the sound of my voice, raise your hand if you can't get over your ex. Okay, raise your hand if you don't like your ex. Raise your hand if you want to hurt your ex in some way, shape, or form, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. Sometimes people just want to hurt their exes. Well, Gabrielle is one of those people, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see how what she did hurts this man at all. In fact, it's got me asking a whole bunch of questions about her. See, according to security footage, there was a dark pickup truck that matched Gabrielle's vehicle, and the security footage shows a person dumping more than 100 tampons into her ex's yard. Yes, you heard me correctly. Tampons, as in the Honey Pot Company, Playtex, Tampax, and don't forget You by Kotex. Now, I know you're listening to this story, and you're like, okay, that's strange. Why tampons? You know, but then again, it's just some tampons. But no, it wasn't just some tampons. The police report said the tampons appeared to be used and stained red. Okay, more than 100 tampons that appeared to be used and stained red were dumped on this man's yard. Okay, now see, I got more questions. Gabrielle, where do you get more than 100 used tampons? Now, Jess, help me out here. Okay, because I did some math, but I am a man, so I could be completely wrong about this. It's 12 months in a year, okay? Women menstruate once a month, right?
Yes.
They can last between 2 and 7 days, correct?
Yes, sometimes more, depending on how heavy your flow is.
Okay, so let's just go on the high end and say every period is 7 days, 12 times a year. A tampon a day, right?
More than that, I would
Hell
think.
no.
There's like 3-4.
First of all, girl, goddamn,
Sorry.
Yeah, you want to usually use more than one tampon in a day. That's crazy.
So like what, 2, 3?
I would say depending on the flow, but between 3 and 7, yeah, it get crazy for some women.
So hold on. All right, 84 times 3. Okay, so listen. All right, so boom. All right, because see, that's why men are stupid. Because I had it at 84 tampons, because I'm like 12 times a year, you know, a tampon a day, 7 days, that should land you at about 84. But you're switching them up. Okay, so let's just say it's 3. So that's about 250 tampons, okay? Yeah. What is she saving them for? Why is she saving her tampons? Okay, we understand how she got to more than 100 used tampons, but what is she saving them for? Okay? And if she wasn't saving her own, where does a person find more than 100 used tampons? And what was the purpose of what she did? See, now I need more backstory. Did you find out your ex had sex with another woman on her period? What is the symbolism of the blood? Not to mention, why would you make yourself vulnerable like this, Gabrielle? See, I'm in the Illuminati, and on page 72 of the Illuminati handbook in the witchcraft chapter, it specifically talks about using blood in ritual practices. If you're trying to put a spell on a person, using a personal item like blood creates a strong connection to the target. So I don't understand why you would dump all of your blood into somebody else's yard, because the ex could take that, pass it over to a root doctor, and now you coughing up frogs. Okay? Now, what makes this even worse is Gabrielle is a firefighter. Gabrielle, what happened to your pledge? Okay, a firefighter's pledge. I promise concern for others, a willingness to help all those in need. I pray for courage to face and conquer my fears, courage to share and endure the ordeal of those who need me. I will build strength of heart to keep and bear whatever burdens might be placed upon me. That is a firefighter's pledge. Well, damn it, Gabrielle, you need a stronger heart, because clearly your ex was a burden that was too great for you to bear. Please give Gabrielle Franz the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
What that smell like, though?
That is crazy. And then, did you just say you an Illuminati?
Yup.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the truth.
Oh, my God.
Would you like to know more?
Nope.
No, I don't. I want to stay far away.
Why you doing your hands like that? You doing why you throwing up them hand symbols this morning, Jess? Why you covering up one eye?
Please don't put me
No.
in.
Like I'm not part of that.
Wow. Oh, so wow. You want to play Clueless now?
Please stop,
Okay.
yo. No.
Now, Jess, is it true that if you keep a tampon in too long, you can get some type of shock and it could affect you and die or something
Not
like that?
shock, but you definitely don't want to leave it in too long. You're not supposed to. No, you don't get a shock. I heard people get infections from leaving them in too long. That's why you can't use one a day. But it also depends on your flow. And then if your flow is not heavy enough, you don't supposed to use them because it's very uncomfortable. The point of a tampon is to stop the heavy blood. So that's why women also refer to pads, the sanitary napkins. But
what's the point of taking all these bloody tampons and dumping them in your ex's yard, though? Ain't nobody saying that. See, police don't be asking the right questions. I need to know why.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play a game because I'm curious.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I won't play a game.
You want to play a game?
I don't like my ex neither, but I'm not doing all that. Like, I'm not doing all that, but yeah, we can play a game.
You want to play a game?
Yeah, I don't want to play the game. I don't think the game needs to be played this morning.
It don't matter whose blood it is. It's just ill. It's
It
nasty.
don't matter. Like, this is just nasty. Like, this is just nasty.
Oh, boy.
Well, what's her name? You said Gabrielle?
Gabrielle Franz.
Oh, is she white?
Yes. very much so.
All right.
Yes. And she even got the little skunk hair. Let me send y'all the picture. You know how girls be having that one the brunette, but then it's that one strip of blonde or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brunette, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, whatever. What I said.
Burnett. Like that's somebody's name.
Okay.
All right. Well,
no, I was thinking about how they should burn the tampons.
Oh, my goodness. Just that smell. All
I'm just
right.
making up stuff.
Well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. What's the worst thing you've done to an ex? This lady put 100 used tampons in her ex's lawn. We're asking 800-585-1051. What's the worst you ever did to your ex?
And also, feel free to call up and tell us what is the symbolism behind dumping more than 100 used tampons in somebody's yard. I would like to know.
That's right.
800. Nobody knows.
585-1051. And right now we're on Twitch, so you can definitely check us out on the stream right now. It's Breakfast
What up,
Club
chat?
AM, and the chat is popping right now. Everybody thought that she might be Latino when you said let's play a game. And they said the syndrome where you have the tampon in too long is toxic shock syndrome. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what the infection is
I
called.
never heard of that.
All right, well, let's open up the phone lines. We'll take your calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
So we're asking, what's the worst thing you did to an ex? Let's start with you, Jess. What's the worst thing you did to an ex, Jess?
Oh my God, this was so long ago. Oh, Rome. I put sugar in Rome's tank.
His gas tank?
Yes.
Did you tell him, or did he try to start it and just effed up?
No, I didn't tell him.
So you just ruined
that
that man's car?
Yeah, it was I didn't know it was gonna total the car. I thought they were just gonna have to change out the gas situation, but they didn't. It totaled, but I didn't care anyway. He been cheating. Rome been cheating since before he met me. So like it was real weird. It was real weird. I was fighting bitches, got tired of that, so I was like, all right, I got something for you. That didn't stop him from cheating at all. But that's the worst thing I did to him. That was his first call too.
You know that's what some people call their booty goons. Like when they want to put their booty goons on somebody, they be like, "Yo, put some sugar in this tank."
I can see that. I can see that, but that's not where my mind went.
Yeah, well, so when you put sugar in somebody's tank, it actually clogs the fuel injectors and can get to the actual engine and ruin everything a part of that car and total that car.
Yeah, they totaled it. That's why when the girl said she put water in, I was like, damn, what did that do? Because that's what I should have did. Looking back now, it's like, damn, that was his first car. He worked hard for that, even though I helped him get it. But that totaled his car. I didn't mean to do that, though.
So what made you think about that?
When the booty goons put sugar...
What?
What?
When the booty goons put sugar in your tank, Envy, what happens?
He liked it.
No, I didn't. Stop it. That didn't happen. Hello, who's this? Hello, who's this?
Yes, hello?
Omega, what's up?
Good morning, you guys. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey.
What's the worst thing you did to an ex?
I bust the windows out his tires. The car, and flattened the tires and put sugar in his tank.
Ooh, sugar in the tank, baby.
And what happened?
That was pointless. It's pointless to put the sugar in the tank after you done flattened the tires. You can't go nowhere anyway.
Listen, after all the years of trauma and abuse, I was getting my lick back. I was on my Jasmine Sullivan stuff.
Damn.
All right, Omega.
What did he do when he found out you did it?
Omega's gone. Lola's on the line now. Lola!
Yeah, Lola's on the line. What up, though?
What up, though, Lola?
Oh, Lord, you from Detroit. I know you done did something crazy to an ex.
No, I am from Detroit. I live in Houston now. But no, it wasn't me. It was an ex of mine. He had two little YNs from the neighborhood take my car and burn it up. He set my car on fire.
Oh, wow. What did you do? Damn.
Well, my mother didn't like me dating him, so she made me break up with him. And, yeah, he was not happy.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he burned my car up in the alley.
Damn.
All right, Lola. Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name, Mama?
Hi, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa, what's the worst thing you did to an ex?
Well, when I was in high school, I'm 30 now. When I was in high school, I had a boyfriend, pulled a gun out on me because, I didn't want to buy him any birthday clothes for his birthday. So, called the cops.
Birthday what?
Paid for the cops. Yeah, I know, right?
You said birthday what? You didn't want to buy him no birthday what?
Birthday clothes.
Oh, clothes. Okay.
I just got a new job at McDonald's and all that. Yeah. And then I called the cops, got him arrested, and then my dumb self went to court with him and was right there crying with him and got him in jail for like a week.
Damn. Well,
I'm going to tell you something. Black people's ability to talk about the most traumatic things so nonchalantly needs to be studied. Yeah, he pulled a gun on me because I wouldn't buy him no clothes.
No birthday clothes.
I went to court with him.
I was crying.
Well, I'm sorry, Mama.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm good.
You don't sound good.
Not at all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good one.
You learn.
But what happened? Are they still together? Like, what happened with the guy?
They probably are.
No, hell no.
If Envy would stop hanging up on...
She's still there.
What happened? Okay, so what happened with him? Y'all still together? What happened?
No. He went in, let me see. He cheated on me.
Damn.
Got a new girlfriend.
Damn.
I went and took her up and yeah.
But see, she bought the clothes.
And then I left.
Jesus
then
Christ.
You left.
Clothes.
Okay.
So you beat her up and then you left. Okay, have a good one, Mama. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey today to who?
Yes, a young woman named Gabrielle Franz from Florida. She dumped more than 100 used tampons on her ex's yard. Why? We don't know.
All right, well, let's go to the phone line. We got Jennifer on the line. Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Envy?
Good morning, Jennifer. Talk to us. What's the worst thing you did or the craziest thing you did to an ex?
Okay, so I don't have a dog, but I was dog sitting for my neighbor for like a month. He was out of town, and his dog poops on the balcony. So I collected the dog for like a whole month and put it in a box called Honest. And my baby daddy ain't so my thing was to deliver the dog to baby daddy.
That's disgusting.
In the Amazon package. What?
It says stop cursing, but that's disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is disgusting. My neighbor, he was like, you shouldn't do this. All right, I have to watch my mouth. I'm a cusser. But yes, collected dog.
Yes, you shouldn't do this, but you did it anyway.
The mail.
That's
yes.
disgusting.
What did he do when he received it?
I did not mail it because my neighbor was like, don't do that. That's so horrible. But I did sit there for a whole month collecting poop.
Oh, no, you had to go all the way through to you collecting poop for all that?
My neighbor threw it out. He threw it out.
Oh, I'm like, no, you got to see that through. Ain't no way I'm doing all this for nothing. Okay.
That's just disgusting. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, Jessica from Orlando, Florida. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Jessica from Florida? What's the craziest thing you did to an ex?
So, listen, first and foremost, I love you guys. I've been listening to y'all since New York. I've been living in Florida for the past 14 years. So I'm glad to still have y'all around.
We love you, too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But, yeah, that's what I did. I threw his PlayStation 5 right down the second place. Right off the balcony because I was pissed. I said, we ain't playing games no more. That's it. No more games.
Damn. What did he do to you?
Damn.
What did he do? Okay, but first of all, this man, he doesn't work. I'm the breadwinner. I have a great job. I've been doing this for many years. Since like 2007, I'm a legal assistant. And he ended up crashing my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I was in the car with him, and we ended up catching a settlement off that. And with that money, he didn't do nothing productive with it. He went to a strip club and spent almost $1,000 on 2 hoes,
Okay. And when I found out about it, I took his place. It was like no reaction, no thought. I went up there and took it and threw it right off the balcony. And that was it. No more games.
I love the line though. No more games. Like that's something I can
No more
use
games. That's it. Literally and figuratively. That's it.
Damn it, man.
That sounds like something you hear in a Tyler Perry movie. Boom! No more games. Crush the PlayStation. Xbox done. Now, what's up?
But you know what is crazy? All right, because now I'm starting to remember what is wild, right? Look, he had a Jordan collection, right? This when I moved to LA. Brought him out there with me. All he had to do, he left my son in the house one time to go to the casino. I sold all of his Jordans. He had 32 pair of Jordans. It was like 16 pair of ones. I sold all of them, and the ones I couldn't sell, dropped off right down Skid Row. So yeah, and his name wasn't on the lease. So when he came back to get the stuff, nope. I'm like, I don't even know him. No, oh my God, because he wasn't supposed to be there unless he was on the lease. So yeah, he was stranded, walking around 3 days in LA. Called his aunt. Asked his aunt to call me like, Asa, can she please just give me money for a plane ticket to get back to Baltimore? Excuse me? Never in your life. So he was walking around. I was like, you better go down Skid Row and find your shoes. Period.
That was wrong?
No, that was the first Chris.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you healed, Jess. I'm glad you healed.
Yeah, but he left my son in the house, though, while I was at work on set on the road show. Yo, he left my son in the house. Like, excuse me, to go gamble? And you broke? Okay.
Well, you could have hired a babysitter, too. But the moral of the story
is... He was the babysitter. What are you talking about? He was the babysitter.
Oh, he was actually... That was one of his roles?
No, it's not one of his roles. If he was my boyfriend then, I needed him to stay in the house with my son. Like, what you talking about? Stay in the house with my son, and so I come home. I'm working. He's supposed to have been finding a job, but he got comfortable. He was playing the game. Okay, all right, cool. And you don't let my son play the game, and the game his? All right, cool. Got you. I'm gonna sell all these nice Jordans. I'm gonna sell all these nice Jordans, and you gonna be homeless in LA until you find a way to get your ass back to Baltimore City.
Damn.
Period. But it's okay because now we're Uber driver. So.
No, salute to him.
I've heard about 3 stories that gotta make it to Beauty in Black. Between the PlayStation, between what Jess just told us, between the woman that was using everything from the kitchen to get back at her man. Incredible.
All right, well, what's the moral of the story if there's a moral?
Don't
make
be toxic,
better choices.
Y'all. Just make better choices, yes. Because this was a long time ago. Like, I've grown up tremendously. I'm a married woman. I'm reformed, and I don't partake in any like crime-related activities like that anymore. But sometimes it's just, you want to get that. You want to get that get back. So.
All right. Well, let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, what's the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So Tyrese is still, going back and forth as it pertains to the investigation with his dog allegedly killing another dog in the neighborhood. Now, over the weekend, Tyrese turned himself in and was released on $20,000 bond. Now, there was a body cam video that began to circulate. TMZ got
Tyrese didn't think he was going to get arrested either. When we spoke to him, he just thought it was going to be like a desk ticket, right? A desk appearance.
He didn't specifically say desk ticket, but he did say it wasn't something where, like, he said they weren't like actively looking for him, but his attorneys were figuring it out and they were working with him.
So they're doing a lot.
Yeah, I think it got to a point where they said he did have to come and turn himself in, but he did make it seem like he possibly wouldn't have to, but he did have to go and do that. So he bonded out $20K. Then this body cam surfaces from TMZ. Now, in the body cam, you see a ton of police pull up to his home in Georgia. They're inside of his house. They're taking pictures. He has another dog in the house. It's like a mini dog, a Pomeranian.
They took that dog, right?
They take that dog. And
damn.
So a source close to the case, close to the investigation, tells me that dog is actually still in custody. Now, one of the things that people were pointing out in the video is that there is a person detained in a police car in the video. We found out that person was Tyrese's grandmother, and people were, trying to figure out why you would have to do something like that. Now, I have reached out to Fulton County Police Department. I have not heard back. I've been reaching out all weekend, trying to get answers to that. Normally, what they'll say in a situation like this is it's like a protocol thing that they do to detain anyone inside of a home so that they can go in and look around and do whatever it is that they need to do. And and then once they're done, the person isn't detained anymore. And she wasn't like arrested or anything like that. But my source tells me that, you know, Tyrese's grandmother, you know, she's an elderly woman, but outside of that, she's also battling pneumonia currently. So that, like, she's literally battling pneumonia at the time. She was handcuffed and she was detained, and she was inside of her bedroom when that happened. And they took her outside to the police car. Now, my source also is telling me that police officers, when they came into a front door, they kicked a few doors off of the hinges.
They kicked the doors down?
They allegedly, and again, I've reached out to the police department a few times to vet on the other side from what they would say, and have not heard back yet, so I'll have that update. But they're alleging, my source is alleging that police entered into the master bedroom while also flying drones and, you know, different things outside of the home to record all of what they were doing. And a lot of people
That's crazy.
You know, just watching this all unfold and trying to figure out how does, you know, a situation with animals escalate to the amount of police officers that you saw show up to the home.
But didn't Tyrese tell them where the dogs were? Didn't he tell them what he did with the dogs?
That we know of, yes. Police, Tyrese's attorneys and him have been in communication about everything. So, but on this raid, the video that you see is from September. So this is when they didn't really know what was they just got a warrant to go to find the dogs. They didn't know what was happening at that time.
They did way too much to that nigga grandmother. Like, come on, that's extra. Why would they have to do that?
Yeah, I agree. It's like, whose dogs did Tyrese's dogs allegedly kill? Because there's no way they did all of that because some dogs allegedly accidentally killed the neighbor's dog. You run in there like, you know, you like he's El Chapo or something. Like, come on, what's happening here?
You slap my grandmother, you slam her, you lock her up. Like, that's a lot.
They didn't slam her.
And they took his other dog. They took his other dog, right, Lauren?
Yeah, they did. The other dog, from what I know, is still in custody. They did not slam his grandmother, Jess.
Oh
no! But they detained her, which means that, like, you know, she's just not, her freedom is taken.
But that's even worse. She's 68 years old. You putting a 68-year-old woman in handcuffs and putting her in the back of a car.
I believe she's 78.
So 78. The dog that they no, I don't think she's that old. I think she's like 68. I don't know.
Okay.
But the dog that they took wasn't a dog that was involved in this situation, right?
No, it was just a dog that was in the home. And I also too want to say that according to my source close to the investigation, Tyrese's team is feeling a lot of what you guys are saying, and they're potentially looking at, you know, the level of force that was used. Can they take legal action in response to all of this? So, you know, if there's more there, we'll be hearing about that as well too, because it's the escalation for them. It's how did we get from, you know, one thing to everything that we saw play out in that body cam video.
I agree. And why did they take the dog that was in the house if that dog didn't have nothing to do with anything?
I think at that point you maybe are just, I don't know, you investigating, so you getting whatever
maybe
you can.
He can't have any dogs until this is over with.
No.
Like, I don't understand.
Because they didn't say he mistreated the dog. They said the dogs got out and killed another dog, which is sad. But the whole thing is Tyrese said he gave the dogs away. He told them where the dogs went. And they didn't need all those police officers and all that to raid a house. They can hear those dogs. Those dogs are huge. It's not like they're little dogs where you can keep in the bathroom. Those are huge dogs.
Well, all of your questions hopefully
I
will
want
get
to
an
say
answer to.
Tyrese's dog that is currently in custody, though, he holding it down. He ain't telling the police nothing.
Ain't snitching, he ain't ratting.
Oh, my God.
I know the dog that ain't got nothing to do with it is barking, though, singing like a bird. Cause
he ain't saying nothing. That's the one holding it down. He ain't saying nothing.
The one that they took?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well,
nothing. He ain't giving them nothing.
Switching gears, but keeping it in Georgia. Portia from Real Housewives of Atlanta was at CultureCon. I was there too this weekend. I got a chance to speak with 2 Chainz.
Girl, yes. Let's hear what she said. Oh,
yes.
my.
So Portia was there, and she talked about what her dating life is like right now after her divorce. Let's take a listen.
The people who I'm talking to now, it's just 2. I've narrowed it down to 2. And he is nice and she is nice. I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists. And guess what narcissists do? They love bomb you. They do everything. They look perfect. They mirror you. And these people are not. They're challenging me. They're asking me questions. They're not letting me walk over them. They aren't just doing whatever they need to do to get into the relationship. And so I'm not feeling safe enough to open up yet. And so what I have to do is realize if you want something different, you have to also be different. I have to expect someone to call me out.
You should be having a hard time opening up because you just got divorced, girl. What the hell? Like, yo. But look, y'all heard what she said. Him and her is nice. Somebody was like, you both.
Do both.
Oh, do both.
Yeah.
All right. That's hilarious.
I think the people more like, woo, okay, Portia dating girls now because of that, because of her divorce from Simon. Simon and took her over to the wild side.
I wonder if she is just in all seriousness, right? Having a hard time just because she was just in love, right? She was heavily in love. She say she loved her husband. Like moving on this quick. I wonder if it's a thing where she's using somebody to really get over that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Really get, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to do that back in the day. That's also toxic too. You get over one person,
you get under one to get over the other.
You get under one person to get over him. And I think I can't say I think that's what she's doing. I wonder if that's what she doing, because I mean the divorce was nasty. Yeah, we played into the antics and everything. It was entertaining, but nobody knows how hurt she truly is, but her, and truly was behind that. I don't know.
So when you were stud life, Jess, it was because you was trying to get over somebody?
I was never a stud. Don't ever play with me. And actually, yeah, I did. I dated a girl trying to get over wrong.
You were filmed.
That's what it was. But that was the one time. Yo, first of all, don't do that. But because I wasn't the stud, I dated one stud before. But yeah, that was definitely to get over wrong. But I realized that they do the same thing on the other side of the fence. So
but you got over him though, so it delivered you. Like it helped.
No, it didn't. It didn't help. I
so
did
you
get
start
over.
being gay. Wow.
I stopped being gay when that girl wife came to my door.
What?
The girl was married.
Damn.
Yes. Oh my God.
The wife
yes.
came to you as a woman or me or both?
Seriously, no. The wife came to me as a woman. Like, I just want to let you know. And I was young too. I was young, and the wife was older. They was all nice, well off, and everything. And I was just a little side, little something to the girl. I didn't even know she was married. And my mother was like, so you gay? You call yourself being gay? And I was like, damn. Because I was young. I still lived with my mother. And the wife came to the door. I'm like, how do you know where I live?
She came to your mama.
I know your mama was ready to pray over you. Your mama was ready to pray that gay away.
Yes. Your son not even 2, and you call yourself being gay, and I was like, oh my God.
Is there an age for your son?
We gotta go. All right. That was the latest with Lauren. Chat, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace to everybody on the Breakfast Club.
And no, I'm not gay.
Culture Con, the conversation with me and 2 Chainz is up on my YouTube channel, and it'll be pinned to the Breakfast Club YouTube channel if you guys want to take that out, check that out as well too.
That's right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Salute to everybody I ran into in Dayton, Ohio. Salute to Dayton, Ohio. I can't wait to head back to Ohio. I love Ohio. I had a great time every time I go. And I'm just saying, football on Sundays is not fun anymore. I'm not enjoying myself anymore on Sundays.
It's not. I damn near cried. I thank Zay Flowers for what he did, but he can't do it by himself. All of our people are hurt, yo. Everybody hurt. I didn't even realize that. Yesterday, I didn't watch the game last week, but yesterday I watched it. And Ash made me say, I'm like, yo, where's Lamar? He like, oh, he tore his hamstring. I'm like, what? Everybody is hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have those problems. My team has a winning record. My Dallas Cowboys are 2-1 on our way to the Super Bowl, baby. You already know how we do.
That is not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
You already know how we do. Hey, I want to salute too, man, a little YN I ran into yesterday. I don't want to call him a YN. A young king I ran into yesterday. His name was Knowledge. Okay? Boy, Knowledge scared the hell out of me. Because Knowledge came up to me and Knowledge wanted to take a picture. And Knowledge pulled out the biggest stack of money I've seen in a long, long, long time.
Wow. Wow.
And, and I'm just like, and he's in the video waving the money. And he's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying all of the, the stuff that young boys be saying. And I'm just standing there looking stupid.
Looking
like,
dumb.
Knowledge, what is going on right now? So, salute to Knowledge, man, in the 843. Ran into Knowledge in the 843, man.
All right, it's time to get. Where you at this weekend, Jess?
I'm in upstate New York, y'all. So Albany and Syracuse. I will be there Friday and Saturday. Friday I'll be in Syracuse, and then Saturday Albany. Same comedy club for each city. It's Funny Bone Comedy Club. Get your tickets if you haven't yet. We got 2 shows Friday in Syracuse and 2 shows Saturday in Albany. Get your tickets, JessHilariousOfficial.com. I will be doing meet and greet, and I will have Messy Vision there. Love you guys.
All right. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yes, I do, but I want to let y'all know, man, World Mental Health Day is Friday, so my 5th annual Mental Wealth Expo is happening this Saturday, October 11th in Newark, New Jersey at the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a free event, a day of mental health education and healing. Dr. Alfie Breland Noble will be there, Debbie Brown, Jason Wilson, Angela Rye, Deontay Wilder, Dr. Jay Barnett, Dr. Rita Walker, Queen Afua, just to name a few. So go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register to be there, or just pull up, man. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Saturday, the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center in Newark, New Jersey. It is a completely free event, and we'll see y'all there this Saturday. Now, the positive note is simply this. It comes from Graham Brown. Graham Brown said, "Life is about choices. Some we regret, some we're proud of. Some will haunt us forever. But the message is, we are what we chose to be." Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?